All right, give me a minute. Good morning. Judge Middleton calling. Can I see Carol Kelly? Carol Haney Kelly? All right, thanks. Bye. All right. This next matter is a pretrial from last week with Eric James Boggs. Mr. Boggs was charged with leaving the scene of a property damage accident. That particular charge is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100, but it does carry 2 points. Prosecutor has agreed to change the charge to fail to report an accident 621. Accident to fixtures, that carries no points and would reserve on any restitution to the mailbox. Mr. Boggs, are you willing to plead to that charge?
Yes.
Of leaving an accident with a fixture? That's like a fence post or a mailbox or a sign. So the benefit is it doesn't carry any points. In the old days, didn't carry any driver responsibility fees either. Anybody threaten you to get you to do that?
No, sir.
Or promise you anything?
No.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. And you give up all the rights that go with it. This applies to you as well, Mr. Banks. If you plead to this charge, there won't be a trial. You'll be giving up your right to have an attorney. You could hire one, or we could appoint one for you if you asked. At a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand yourself and testify in your own behalf. You don't have to, because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. So I don't think this ticket is in my queue. Seemed like it was over on Broadway. Grant and King Street. Were you driving a car? Good morning, Ms. Davis. On November 15th, excuse me, January 15th?
Yes.
And did you run into something?
I did. I was turning on the South Grant from Miller, headed home from the store, and I hit some ice. Trying to get the car back under control.
All right, yeah, it was real slippery in January. What have you got for me?
I was going to grab the citations.
Oh, the new insurances?
But
Yes, thanks for helping. Sarah Pattison has an unpaid, no proof of insurance,
okay.
but she has insurance now. She also has a domestic violence that I'm going to arraign her on in a minute.
Gotcha.
The other guy, Mr. Quay, is got proof of insurance and registration with him. Thanks for your help. All right, we brought in the boss and she's going to help us this morning, so that's appreciated. All right, Mr. Boggs, you don't seem to owe me any money. I'm going to fine you with a normal fine for this, which is $75. What did you do then? Just go home?
Yes.
So you don't live very far from there.
No.
How'd they catch up with you?
I believe the lady across the street that owns the mailbox I hit, I think she has a camera.
All right, that's 2621. $75 fine, $50 state minimum fee, and a $75 crime victims rights fee. That's $200. Can you pay that today?
I could not know.
Very good. You told me where you work, but I forgot.
Walmart.
Where?
Walmart.
Walmart. Yeah, that's right. You've been there a long time. 210. Well, you had to come back twice, but it did save you a point, some points, 2 points. He'll pay the fine. This is not a very serious charge. You can get on with your business. All right, the court officer will take you out there. You can pay the fine and you're good.
I won't be able to pay that today.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Can you pay it in 30 days?
I should be able to, yeah.
We'll make that due by March 13th. Give an envelope. You can mail in a check for 5FY. We'll set him aside. Jordan, we're on the home stretch here. All right. David Banks. All right, we return to the matter of People versus David Banks. File number is 24127326. Mr. Banks was going to get a court-appointed attorney, but changed his mind and had an instant pretrial with Mr. George. It says here you're going to plead to 1 count of retail fraud, 3rd degree, and they're going to recommend fine and costs with restitution. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
We're gonna resolve it with a civil infraction. Just want me to take it down to the.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you heard me go through the advice of rights. You understand you're giving those rights up by entering this plea?
Yes.
So did you go into the Dollar General store on these occasions and put some candy stickers or use a candy sticker to scan to buy some more expensive merchandise?
Yes.
All right. And here they've got restitution of $161 to Dollar General. Not the $530 that's in the thing. You posted $100 of bond. How long were you in jail before you bonded out?
I bonded right out.
This isn't your style. It's like you ought to be over this sort of thing. But you are accepting responsibility. What are you doing now?
I work.
What's that?
I said I work.
Where do you work?
Metal tech.
All right, that's a good job. We don't get many cases from Dollar General. There are several in town. All right, I'm going to call it one day. You got arrested and had to post a bond, credit 1 day. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, and $162 restitution to Dollar General. That's $362. Posted $100 of bond. These $262 due. Can you pay that in 30 days?
Yes.
I'll make that due by March 13th, 26. You're barred from the Dollar General stores for 1 year. It's close to where you work, but you'll have to go to the Shell station, I guess, instead. What shift are you on?
3rd.
So you've been up all night?
Yes.
Go to sleep. This was DUMB. I don't expect you to do this again. It seemed like a good idea to like watch the video, but you're owning it. Said he's not asking for any additional jail time. You can use that to pay the fine and cost, credit card, cash, or check or money order. All right, Mr. Banks, you're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Also, I don't know why it took him 1.5 years to serve that warrant. As I said, he was actually in here with others. He escorted up Miss Furlow here a couple of times. He's grandfather to her kids. Yeah, let's talk to Brian Garcia Martinez.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Buenos dias. ¿Es usted Brian Garcia Martinez?
Yes, sí.
The
Brian
gentleman
Garcia
on the
Martinez.
screen, you have met him. He's the distinguished Pablo Bello.
El señor en la pantalla es el distinguido señor Pablo Bello.
He is in his mobile headquarters,
Está en su automóvil.
and he is going to help us to interpret so I can understand you and you can understand me.
Entonces él nos va a ayudar a comunicarnos para que yo lo entienda a usted y usted me entienda a mí.
Claro.
Senor Bello, would you raise your right hand, please? You swear or affirm to the best of your ability you will interpret these matters from Spanish into English and English into Spanish.
Yes, I do.
Senor Garcia Martinez, you met with the prosecutor and they've agreed to dismiss one of the charges.
Señor García Martínez, usted se reunió con el fiscal y acordaron retirar uno de los cargos.
Claro, sí.
Yes.
They charged you with having a false or forged driver's license
Le están imputando el cargo de que tenía usted una licencia falsa de conducir
No,
and operating without a valid license.
y estaba usted manejando sin una licencia válida de manejo.
They're going to dismiss the false or forged license charge
¿Le van a retirar el cargo de que tenía usted una licencia falsa de manejo?
sí, claro.
for a plea
Yeah.
to having no valid operator's license.
A cambio de que se declare culpable de que no tenía usted una licencia de manejo.
Sí, no
Yes.
contaba con ninguna licencia.
Yes, I have any driver's license.
They're going to dismiss the forged license charge.
Le van a retirar el cargo de la licencia falsa de manejo.
Claro.
Yes.
In Michigan, that is a misdemeanor.
En Michigan ese es un delito menor.
It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100.
Se castiga con una multa se puede castigar hasta con 90 días de cárcel y hasta con una multa de $100.
It carries 2 points on your driver's license.
Eso le pueden poner hasta 2 puntos en su licencia de manejo.
Claro.
Yes.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
¿Usted entiende que si se declara culpable, usted está cediendo el derecho a tener un juicio frente a un juez? ¿Sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you won't be having a trial and you'll give up your right to have a trial with an attorney?
¿Usted entiende que si se declara culpable, usted está cediendo el derecho a tener un juicio con un juez? Sí.
Pues sí.
Yes.
Es correcto.
Okay.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf.
Si tuviera usted un juicio, usted tendría el derecho a traer testigos que testifiquen a su favor.
No, pero
If you had a trial, they would have to prove that you were guilty of this beyond a reasonable doubt.
Si tuviera un juicio, el fiscal tiene la obligación de probar que usted es culpable más allá de una duda razonable. Si hubiera un juicio, ¿no?
You would have the right to testify yourself, but you don't have to.
También tiene el derecho a testificar. Si hubiera un juicio, usted tiene también el derecho a testificar a su favor, ¿no?
If you didn't wish to testify, they couldn't use your silence against you.
Otro de los derechos que tiene es que si usted no quiere testificar y quiere guardar silencio, su silencio no puede ser usado en su contra.
And you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses against you called to testify.
Y también tiene usted el derecho de traer testigos que testifiquen a su favor.
All right. Did you get pulled over by the police in Three Rivers on January 30th?
¿Usted lo detiene la policía en Tres Rivers el 30 de enero?
Sí, es correcto.
And
Yes.
you were going too fast, so they pulled you over.
Iba usted muy rápido, entonces lo detiene la policía.
Correcto.
Correcto.
And you don't have a valid driver's license.
Y usted no tenía una licencia válida de manejo.
No, no contaba con ninguna.
No, I didn't have one.
All right. Where are you from originally?
¿De dónde es usted, señor?
El estado de Puebla.
From Puebla, México.
Did you ever have a license in Puebla?
¿Tiene usted una licencia en Puebla?
No, no cuento con ninguna.
No, I don't have one.
You work at El Texicano?
Trabaja en el Texicano.
Ah, ya no trabajo ahí.
No, not anymore.
Well, I like that restaurant a lot.
Me gusta mucho ese restaurante, dice el juez.
What do you do now, sir?
¿A qué se dedica ahora, señor?
No tengo un trabajo después de eso.
I don't have a job right now.
All right. When you got pulled over, you panicked and told them that your name was something other than your real name. Is that correct?
Entonces, cuando lo detienen, usted entra en pánico y dice un nombre distinto a su nombre, señor. ¿Sí? ¿Sí o no?
Sí,
Yes.
And then they talked to Ms. Galaviz,
Le hablaron a la señorita Galaves,
who owns a restaurant,
la dueña del restaurante,
and they said that your name was Brian Garcia Martinez.
y la señorita dijo que su nombre era Brian García Martínez.
sí, se equivocaron en eso porque, bueno, se escribe aquí de diferente manera Brian y Brian. Y ellos pusieron Brian y pues así no me encuentro en mi acta.
Well, they spelled my name different, like they say my name was Brian,
But it's Brayan?
pero su nombre es Brwan.
No,
How do you spell your name?
¿Cómo se escribe su nombre, señor?
Brayan.
Brayan.
All right, that's where they've got it here.
Sí, ese es el nombre que tenemos aquí.
All right, well, you owe a $100 fine,
Bueno, le vamos a dar una multa de $100.
state minimum fee of $50,
$50 más para el Estado
Correcto.
and $75 crime victims' rights fee.
y $75 más para las víctimas de crímenes.
The
Claro.
total is $225.
En total son $225 en total, señor, de multa.
Y
Do you have that with you today or do you need time?
¿Puede usted pagar hoy o necesita tiempo para pagar, señor?
tiempo para pagarlo porque no cuento con un trabajo.
Can I get some time to pay because I don't have a job right now?
All right, did you lose your job as a result of this?
¿Perdió su trabajo como resultado de este incidente, señor?
Sí,
Yes.
Well, Ms. Galaviz probably wasn't happy.
La señorita Galaves probablemente no está muy contenta, ¿no?
They own some houses for their workers. Did you live in one of their houses?
También dice que les da casa a sus empleados. ¿Usted vive en una de esas casas que ellos dan?
vivía cuando trabajaba. Ahorita pues
Yes.
tengo que ir con mi hermano.
Yes, I was living there, but right now I'm living with my brother.
And what town?
¿En qué pueblo vive, señor? Su hermano.
Mi hermano vive en Howell.
My brother lives in Howell.
All right, that's you?
¿Y es usted?
All right, well, I'm gonna give you 30 days to pay this.
Le voy a dar 30 días para que pague su multa, señor.
¿30 días?
Sí, 30 days, right?
Yes, due by March 13th.
Tiene que pagar el 13 de marzo, señor.
I'm gonna give you an envelope.
Le voy a dar aquí un sobre.
Claro.
You can use it to mail in a certified check or money order.
Puede usar un money order o un cheque también, si quiere pagar así.
You can pay with a credit card or debit card.
Puede pagar con una tarjeta de crédito, puede pagar también con una debit card.
Pero el problema es que no cuento con ninguna.
Or you can bring in cash.
O puede pagar con efectivo también, señor.
Sí, con efectivo. Sería
All right.
mejor.
Before you go, I want you to go out to the counter. I will get your brother's address so we know how to get a hold of you.
Antes de que se vaya ahí a donde se registró y déle la dirección de su hermano para que sepamos cómo localizarlo.
Claro que sí.
Yes,
right.
of course.
Disculpe una pregunta. Después de pagar la multa, ¿qué procede o qué pasará?
After paying the fine, that's it, right, Your Honor?
Well, by March 13th.
Pague la multa en marzo 13 y eso es todo, señor.
Okay.
You can bring it before that.
Puede pagar antes también, ¿no?
Aquí mismo puedo venir a pagar o alguna otra parte.
Yeah, I can pay right here, right? At the
Yes,
courthouse.
right here at the courthouse.
¿Solo me presento aquí con los papeles que me dieron o solo digo que vengo a pagar?
Presente los papeles y pague, señor. Eso es todo. He's gonna show
claro.
up the paperwork and pay, he said.
Okay.
Una última pregunta. No sé si se podría pagar en Howell, ya que no tengo mucha posibilidad de volver a venir para acá por el
Puede
transporte.
pagar por correo, señor. Por eso le dieron el sobre.
Por
He
correo.
wants to pay in how, but I don't know how he's gonna do that.
No, he can't pay in how. He has to come back up here to pay it. Or he can mail in a certified check you can get at Walmart.
Puede usted mandar un cheque desde how, obtenga un cheque en Walmart y así paga desde allá, lo manda por correo, le está aconsejando el juez.
De igual manera, entonces vería la forma de poder venir personalmente a pagarlo.
Yeah, I'm gonna come and pay here, he says.
Very good. You're
Muy
good to
bien.
go, sir. Don't drive
Eso es todo,
anymore.
señor.
Claro que sí, gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senior Bail. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Mr. Kelly back. Mr. Kelly, in the meantime, Mr. George, the Three River City Attorney, has discussed this matter with your lawyer, Rhonda Ives, in your other case. What's your latest information, Mr. George?
Your Honor, I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Robert. I did not speak with Ms. Ives, but I don't think she would object to what I'm prepared to do. It's my understanding that Mr. Kelly has waived up to circuit court on a possession of methamphetamine charge. Due to the fact that there's that top line felony charge, we'd be prepared to dismiss the ticket portion of this, as I believe that that's going to be resolved upstairs.
All right. I don't know why she would object. All right, Mr. George, give you a generous plea offer because this would jam up your driver's license.
Yes, sir.
So they're going to dismiss the no proof of insurance and the driving suspended charge.
Thank you.
which shows bad judgment. You're on paper, you shouldn't be driving around on a suspended license anyway, but now you got this new methamphetamine charge, which is gonna
Yeah.
cause some issues with your probation and a new charge, but you don't need any more traffic points or suspensions. So Mr. George
Yes,
is dismissing the ticket, and you can count that as a blessing, but this case is done.
Thank you, Mr. George, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, good luck, Mr. Kelly. You look straight headed today and doing better, so it's good news.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now that's everybody but Miss Pattison, who's talking with Miss Davis. And Jordan, I think that's everybody. We did have a couple pre-trials.
Mr. Crawford did not appear for his pretrial.
All right. That would be Thomas Crawford.
I assume I need to just hang around though for Miss Patterson's arraignment on her DV file though.
Yes. Tim, we had Jennings, Chapman, and Shook. And you think Jennings is gonna be resolved?
I just spoke with Debbie. I'm gonna go out. It's gonna be a misdemeanor plea. I'm just gonna have him fill out the paperwork and that should resolve.
Is he in custody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shook, we believe will be a continued. Did the lab report ever come back in that case?
Yes.
We
I
have-
can, once we get off, I can have, we can get you that information.
All right, well, I won't need it till this afternoon, but we're waiting for the lab report and the sane medical report. Those will both come back.
Yes.
That's a long adjournment. This case has been on hold for 90 days or more. So we'll deal with that this afternoon, and then Chapman, I'm not sure what the status of that is. Okay,
Thank you.
I'll see you this afternoon. Thanks for your help. Yes, Jordan, we need to finish the arraignment on the DV charge. That one slipped through the cracks. But as long as she's here, might as well get that started. Debbie, I gave you all the
Oh,
paperwork.
sorry.
on it.
Yeah, we're gonna resolve the driving of that no insurance with the civil infraction. Approved.
All right, well, good. Thanks for your help. Ms. Pattison, this got complicated once I realized you had an open pending domestic violence case, but it was set for next week and you're here, so we're going to take care of it this morning.
I appreciate that.
But on the merits of the traffic case alone, let's talk about that one first. You're charged no proof of insurance or no insurance. It's alleged you were driving a car in Three Rivers on January 23rd and you had no valid insurance on the car. As I told you, that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of not less than $200. There's a lesser charge known as no proof of insurance. No proof of insurance is a civil infraction. It's punishable by a fine of $150. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, you already got one of those and you haven't paid the fine. No, allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. You don't have another one of these. So I want you to start to pay on your fines. You understand? All right. So are you going to admit to not having the insurance slip in your car at the time of the stop? All right. Fine and cost is $150. Part of payment plan. And it owes an old seatbelt ticket. We'll get that paid. And the other case was a break. It's allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. That was in 2024. We're now in 2026. And apparently you haven't paid anything on that. I can wipe that out with a jail sentence. I could do 3 days in jail and wipe out the $325 fine, but I'm sure you'd rather pay the fine.
I'll pay it.
All right, I want you to do that. And this one. So you owe a total of $403 plus $150. Total due now is $150 or $553. So before we go, I'll send you out to the counter. Now, let's talk about the new charge. Ms. Davis resolved the traffic portion. The new charge, which is file 26194SM, alleges a domestic violence. It's alleged on February 6th that you assaulted your daughter. It started with throwing a bag of candy and then it sort of went downhill from there. That's the allegation. So they took you to jail that night.
Correct.
My recommendation at this point, Ms. Pattison, you plead not guilty on that charge, and we get an attorney to help you with this.
Your Honor, we discussed the allegations kind of pre-instant pre-trial, and we are going to dismiss without prejudice at this point.
Okay, well, that's even better. Ms. Davis got a handle on this, and all right, so the bag of candy caper on February 6th is dismissed. Are you on probation or parole anywhere else?
No, sir.
That's all over with?
Yeah.
Very good. Well, you just owe me $500. The DV case is dismissed.
Is that a PR bond? Or is there any-
There was $1,000 surety bond, it looks like. Did you post a bond through a bonding company?
No.
Did you?
I took it to the page at county jail.
Well, if there is any bond in here, you're entitled to get it returned.
It was $100.
There's bond in file, we can't apply it to fine and costs. In the other cases. Can't tell from what I'm looking at.
I can look in WebJam and see if there's something.
But I don't disbelieve you. The clerks may be able to tell. All right, the good news is you took care of everything here today. You got a generous gift of a no proof of insurance from the prosecutor, but you have insurance now. You also got the domestic violence charge dismissed. So you don't have to come back on the 17th as for your original arraignment date. I lost my court officer, but we'll take the files out. You can set up a payment plan. If there is $100 of bond in there, and if it's in your name, we'll apply it to the existing fines and costs, which will reduce it to $403. So you go out to the counter. And Laura, would you take these files out for us?
The notes in WebJam from the jail indicate they posted a 10% cash bond.
All right, so there should be $90. The court keeps 10% of a 10% bond. So there should be $90 at least to apply on that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Jordan, thank you for your help. Ms. Davis, thank you for yours. Ms. Pattison, you go out to the counter and then you're good to go.
Thank you.
All right, I have 2 sentences at 11. We'll address those at that time. Deborah, as far as I know, we're going to continue the prelim in Shook. Do you have any knowledge about Bradley Chapman?
Angelique is handling that. I can check in with her.
All right.
Have her check in with you.
Tim said Jennings was going to be a misdemeanor plea. All right, we'll be in recess.
Thank you. Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
All right, thank you. All right, Jordan, that's why you make the big bucks. So thanks for
Uh-huh.
helping me this morning.
Yep.
Mr. Stickley's gonna be gone for a period of time, so the defenders have been filling in on these daily arraignments, and I do appreciate their help.